So I was talking about change earlier. This is another motovlog topic. Change. That's obviously both good and bad. Maybe both things is happening at the same time, as Forrest Gump said. Change is good and bad. So, I think that, for me, when I get to be an old codger, I'm probably going to be the type of guy that is a mixture of youthfulness and grumpy old manedness, because there are certain things that I really love, the changes. I love technological change. Definitely want to be hip with that. I don't want to be one of those old curmudgeons. I don't want that newfangled fancy cell phone. I want to have my old dial phone. I don't want to have that. I don't want to be one of those old people. You know, the last guy using a typewriter and listening to vinyl records simply out of spite. That's not me. No. I really enjoy technology. I can make a phone call from my bike right now. I could just immediately start making a phone call without having to do much except maybe push the little button over there. Love that. So, I'll be that old guy who has all the latest gadgets, or most of them if you can afford them, hip to the lingo kind of thing, as much as you can be for an old dude, because I'm not going to be hanging out where all the young people are, because that's kind of creepy. Nothing creepier than an old guy that thinks, I'm going to hang out with the teenagers. I don't think so. Turning left. Oh, shit. Now I have the lane split. God damn it. What is this guy doing here? Alright, I'm just going to stop here and see if he goes. Is he going? He's going. Alright, see, the way everybody was stopped, I thought it wasn't, Jeez, I almost got myself in trouble there. Got to be more careful. Yes, I have. Yes, indeed I have. Oh, like he was born to it. Like he was born to it. You see that turn? Alright, I'm out. I'm gonna go get me some food. I was thinking about getting one of those GoPros. I have a GoPro. I have like an older one, like a GoPro 2. And the sound quality is awful, and it doesn't have any place to plug in an external mic. So the video quality is good, but the audio quality is awful. But the new ones, I think, have a jack that you can plug an external mic into. Maybe I could put that inside my helmet. I know that Loud Pipes does, and it's less obtrusive than this camera. This thing is huge, bigger than my Votto ever was. So maybe I could do that. I'm thinking about it. At least, reducing the size. The other thing too is I'd like to have a camera like I have now, where I can just plug in via USB, and the USB also serves as the charger. I don't want to have to buy batteries for my camera. I'm spoiled. So if they can invent a small camera that can go in my helmet, have a good sound quality, or a jack that I can use to put a microphone in, and it can recharge via USB cable, and then I'm there. And not be too expensive, of course. I think this camera was $179 at Best Buy, which is kind of pricey, but not as pricey as one of those GoPros. GoPros are $239 or something around here anyway. I'm talking in United States dollars here, of course. I'm not talking in British pounds sterling or anything, or euros. It's probably even more with the value-added tax and all that stuff that y'all have to pay. Accept your bloody thing. So, yeah. It'd be nice to have that. See, I like the inside the camera. I mean, inside the helmet camera. In part because when I move my head, the camera moves with me. You see pretty much exactly what I see. The problem with this camera here is that it's got a kind of a myopic view to it. It doesn't have a wide angle, so I would like to have a bit of a wider angle so you could see more of what I see. So if you have a camera that can do all that, it's rechargeable, it's got a USB, it's small, it's got a wide angle lens, it's got a jack for sound, or it's got really good sound quality inside of a helmet, let me know. And hopefully it's not going to be too much money. I don't want to spend a lot of money. That would suck. That would suck. So change. My stepfather, Bob, back in the day, he was, in his 50s and 60s, and he listened to all the modern music. He listened to Backstreet Boys and I don't know, the other boy bands, and he listened to all that new stuff. Britney Spears, when she'd come out, he was listening to that, grooving to it. I'm sure he's grooving to whatever it is now. He's 78 years old now, and I'm sure he's still grooving to the newest stuff. I mean, he just never got stuck in any musical time. He's just timeless. He learns the songs and he sings them in karaoke. I mean, he's hilarious. I don't want to be, like my dad was, he was stuck in the past for a lot of things, This country's been going downhill since 1963. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say this country's been going down the hill since 1983 or 84 or whatever period I thought was best. I know enough to know that there is no best time period, really. I mean, every time has its merits. The golden age, it wasn't always so golden for everybody. The reason, that a lot of people like a certain time period is because that's when it made a huge impression on them. Well, thank you for waiting. I appreciate it. Like when you're, a teenager and you're seeing things for the first time and everything's all new and exciting, that makes a huge impression, and so you remember that the rest of your life as the best time. Things were much simpler then. Well, it's because you didn't know shit. I don't want to go back to those times. I enjoyed them. They were great, but I'm glad I'm living now. I don't want. Oh, that guy had no hood on his car at all. That's shit you see on the roads, man. That guy had no hood on his car whatsoever. Just engine open to the air. Well, at least it keeps it cool. You know what I mean? So, I hope to be somewhat like that old guy that you see at the young people rock concerts, but not quite as creepy. Just, youthful at heart. I met a professor who was retired for years and years. She was 94 years old, and she used to walk her dog every day. She'd walk 4 miles a day, 96, 95, I can't remember. She was in her 90s. And one day she walked up to me, she says, "Do you know how I'm able to stay so youthful?" I'm thinking, well, probably genetics, but whatever. She's because I was a professor of young people for my entire career. I thought, that's probably true. being around young people keeps you involved and vibrant and get out of your shell, you know. I totally agree with that. And I'm a professor of young people. So I learn new things all the time. Computer program stuff, video stuff, music stuff. I love it. So I'm a fan of change. It's not always good, but you gotta roll with it. You know, change is inevitable and might as well enjoy it. Find the good in everything. I'm a glasses half full, half full kind of guy. That's me. Yeah. All right. So, this is your old pal, Mike Cayley7, coming to you from atop the 2014 Electroglide Ultra Classic, hoping that you and yours have a wonderful day. If you're a motorcycle rider, ride safe, and if you are not, please watch out for motorcycles. Actually, even if you are one, because everybody drives a car these days, watch out for motorcycles. You could save a life. Talk to you later.